Well, hello, everybody. How's everyone doing on this Saturday evening? It's time for a chat with the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. I'd like to say hello to our good friend JD. Check out that wonderful channel, The Dragon, if you dare. Go to his lair. Actually, JD has a great channel, lots of adventure action games, and thank you very much, JD, for sending me that. I will take a read through, and no, it wasn't the Western, but that's A-OK, my friend. Hope all is well with you, JD. How's everyone doing on this Saturday evening? Weather's warming up finally a bit. It's 38 whopping degrees outside. It's supposed to be 60 tomorrow here in the great state of Massachusetts, eastern side of the US of A. Drinking water tonight. Coffee heartburn. I haven't had that in a long time. It sucks because I love coffee. So how goes everyone's projects? It's what we do when we get on here. We talk about your projects, what's going on with your channels, and life in general. We'll keep it light and lafty. Lafty, Al. Is that a word? I don't know. I just made up a word. Lafty. Light and laughter. Jocularity. One and all. What was I watching? Oh, Nurse Teresa kicked the crap out of me in cards. The weekend champion is Nurse Teresa. Knocked the living crap out of me in gin this week. It was horrible, horrible. Man, I got annihilated. Cutter Historicals here, so still working on tapings of the Out of the Park Legends project, title about boxing, and doing sports catastrophe videos on the side. Check out that channel, Cutter Historical. JD says, I hope you enjoy it. What I sent, you got about 7 more chapters. He says, I have 7 more chapters to write. I shall enjoy it. I shall start in on it tomorrow. Just a fun little thing. Let me lean this way out of the picture for a second. So, okay, this is kind of funny. So you know I like dice because they're fun to roll. Make sure I got the right. Oh, that's not the right ones there. All right, so I picked up Pocket Pennant Race, Pocket Pennant Run, a game that was shown to us by Kurt Berglund and a couple other people. You know, I played a bit of it offline. It's a quick game, quicker game. It's not a quick play game, but a quicker playing game. And it was a lot of fun, but I didn't have 10-sided dice. So I was using ball roller, but that's not, I mean, it's okay. Like I was playing with an Excel spreadsheet and using ball roller. And you want to roll the dice. So I was like, well, I'm just going to order these because I bought the PDFs. And I was like, I'm just going to order. And once you buy the game, you get every season because you can download. It's a pretty interesting, fun game. I said, I'm going to buy some 10-sided die. And because Al, Red Sox fan, when he wants something, he's going to get it. Sometimes Al, Red Sox fan, does not read the fine print upon purchasing an item. So I bought my 12-sided dice. I'm sorry, 12. I do have 10-sided dice. 12-sided dice. So I bought me my 12-sided dice. I'm just going to, yeah. What's wrong with these? So I bought these 12-sided dice, right? So I get them. I'm all excited. I got these 12-sided dice. You could kill a squirrel with these freaking things. They're so big. And then I read what they're for because I didn't pay attention to the small print. And this is when Al, Red Sox fan, is left alone to order things on Amazon by himself. These are math for math. That's what these are for, math. And I'm just going to show you what real 12-sided dice look like. And again, this is a real 12-sided dice. I mean, they don't even roll. They just look like they bounce. They're kind of rubbery. Okay, so again, this is Al, Red Sox fan, ordering dice by himself. Let's There we go. Okay. Now, Nurse Teresa sees the situation. God bless her. She rectifies the situation because then she orders dice. You know, dice, what dice are supposed to look like. So this is a 12-sided die here. Look at the difference. This is what happens when Al Red Sox fan just orders things on his own without reading the fine print. So, real dice for first and second graders learning to count. It's like the Death Star of dice, these things. Watch. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. All right, well, that's the joy and jocularity of it. Okay, then Nurse Teresa, being a comedian that she is, comes back from bowling one night and says, I got you something before I went down to bowling. Because you like dice. Try to roll these on your table. I tried. It's very difficult. They roll off the table all the time. These are yard dice. So then I tried to roll them in the yard. The dogs thought they were fun and tried to eat them. Anyway, that was a while ago. I don't know. I should try to roll a game of a Strat with these. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. Anyway, that's a little joy and jocularity. So when buying dice, do not go the Al Red Sox way. Read the fine print, or you're going to get... These are like musket balls, for God's sakes. Again, Al Red Sox fan ordering dice on his own. Nurse Teresa ordering the proper dice after Al Red Sox fan foobars it.
What did I order?
I'm just telling him about the big dice I ordered by accident, and then you rectifying the situation as Nurse Teresa peeks into the studio and says, what did I order? She got me the real dice. So there you have it. Dice are fun to roll. As JD says, much better. Absolutely. These are much better, JD. JD, what's going on with the channel there, my friend? See, you have some more adventure games up. Oh my God, I was listening and watching a bit at work on demand. I forgot what the game was, but that was a tough enemy right off the bat. You got foobarred, and the werewolves were not much better. It's always messed up when you're playing an adventure game, right? And all of a sudden you're like, oh boy, this is a boss battle. Am I prepared for this boss battle? We had a nice chat with Al, with Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming, aka, creator of Glory Days Boxing. We also had Joe from SidelineStrategies.com, aka creator of Payoff Pitch. I think I'm going to be getting me another Payoff Pitch season. And I'm going to buy the cards. I got a PDF way back when. I'm going to get the cards in the game with the fast action cards to do a hybrid play. I don't know if I'm going to get 77 or 86. Our good friend Tim is here. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out that wonderful channel. JD says, Ghost Tsunami tonight. Excellent. JD says, Elden Rings is what you were talking about. Yes, that game is rough but fun. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard at work. You ran it, and again, I was watching on demand and listening, and then my head would pop up because I had it on a small screen at work, and I would just start laughing. I'm like, that's not even fair. Hockey Fan 76 says, hello, Ghost Tsunami is great. Well, you got to check out JD's channel, Hockey Fan 76. He'll be having some Ghost Tsunami tonight. And it's always a fun chat on JD's channel. So, but yeah, so we had Joe on and we had Anthony on. That was Thursday evening. It was a good chat. Anthony continues to work on his football game, Glory Days College Football. Hopefully a wrestling game right after that. Joe was talking about how he came about Payoff Pitch, which is a really fun game, Payoff Pitch. Excellent pitcher-hitter interaction. And in the new season, 2021, will be coming out, I want to say he said April. I could be wrong with that, but check it out. It's on the channel on demand. Richard Butler, how you doing? He says, hello, Al. Enjoy your chats. Well, these chats are driven by the wonderful people of the FOC, friends of the community, friends of the channel, friends of the community. As JD says, 2 hits and dead. Oh yeah, that was brutal. It was brutal. I feel bad for you. I feel your pain, JD, with that game. And the game I'm talking about that JD was playing was Elden Rings, which I almost purchased on Steam. But after watching JD, I'm not good with games that just whack you out real quick. I'm too old. My reaction time is slow. Cleve baseball fan. Tim, what's going on with the channel? Larry Harris is here. Hello, Larry. Well, hello. Larry, well, hello. Larry, la, 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 la. RJL Network. Check out that wonderful channel. Inside Pitch 1979 Card and Dice. He says, I'm here, and I think I will lurk and listen. He's a lurker. He's a listener. I was going to do that song, but I forgot the rest of the lyrics. I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Oh. RJL has many a video up on 1979 season. He goes right through the season. Gives you a game of the night, a game of the day, and then he'll give you the... What's on my screen here? Let me just scratch that off. That's annoying. Goes through a quick play to give you the rest of the games. A lot of fun. RJL Network, Inside Pitch, Card and Dice makes everything nice. Hockey Fan 76. My reaction time is put to the dust by my 17-year-old. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Our good friend Tim. Nothing going on right now. Worked 48 hours this week. And probably next week, not feeling up to gaming. We'll see if that changes soon. Well, it will. You get through those tough work weeks, and you'll be fine. Phantomatic, how are you doing, Mr. Phantomatic? Whatever happened to OG? Also, on the older Chats with Al episodes, I remember Ron was on, but there was another guy. I can't remember his name. I think he was a Star Wars fan. That is our good friend Dog. We miss Dog, we miss Ron, and we miss the OG. But things have changed, and we shall move on. I'd love to have OG and Ron back on. But how are you doing, my friend Phantomatic? A. Joseph C. With my eyes, the yard dice would work just fine. Definitely no Betty Davis eyes here. Oh, yeah. Anyway, if you missed the yard dice, these were brilliant. Nurse Teresa, who has an excellent sense of humor, bought me yard dice. I actually tried to roll them on the table for a ha-has, and they rolled right off. But this was when the weather was better in the spring. Summer, she got me those. And then if you're just joining once again, Al Red Sox fan, after buying Pocket Pennant Run, did not have any 12-sided dice. And you need 3 12-sided dice to play that game. So Al Red Sox fan, being the brilliant human being he is, went all alone on Amazon, or whatever the hell it's called, and ordered 12-sided dice. Al Red Sox fan is not one to read the fine print sometimes. And you really should read what you're purchasing. So Al Red Sox fan, again, if you're just joining us, one last time, I purchased 12-sided dice that could kill a squirrel. That's it hitting the ground. I just broke my toe. Anyhow, so let's find the 12-sided die before I trip on it. So that's it. So Nurse Teresa, laughing hysterically, remedied the situation by buying real 12-sided die, and that's about the size you can see. See the size difference. Size doesn't matter, they say. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I thought that was pretty. This is me ordering dice, Nurse Teresa ordering dice. So we leave all my ordering. I said, Nurse Teresa. She says, yes, Al Red Sox fan. I need this. And I let her order it for me. You cannot let me order stuff online. Oh, my God. Unless it's like a game. I know what games I want. But to order the accoutrements, we'll call it. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Maybe the bigger 12-siders could go with the lawn dice. I like it. I like it. I like it. I got to figure out what to do with them. We will be rolling lawn dice at some point with a video in the summer, and we'll show you how horribly they work outside and the dogs trying to eat them. Anyhow. Yeah, so I think I'm going to pick up a payoff pitch season. I mean, not PDF, though. I think I'm going to buy the card and dice. I'm going to get the fast action cards. I like payoff pitch. I don't play a lot of it. I've watched people play, and I think I'm going to do the hybrid where you roll the dice and you flip the fast action card, so it cuts out the charts. And the majority of the action takes place on the card anyway. But I do like the pitcher-hitter interaction with payoff pitch. And again, we had Anthony, Glory Days Boxing, and Joe for payoff pitch on Thursday chat with Al. So what's everyone looking forward to coming up? Are we going to have baseball or not? Will there be baseball this season? Or will we all be watching Japanese baseball and emailing Kurt Berglund to tell us what the hell is going on and how the hell do you pronounce this guy's name? I watched some of the Korean Baseball League. Was that a few years ago when they had that on early in the morning? It's good baseball. Played fundamentally sound. I don't like starting runners at second base. I don't like any of that crap. I don't like that. I'm happy about the DH in both leagues. I know that's sacrilegious with a lot of people, but you don't have to like the DH. I do. To me, it should make the pitchers pitch more. I know everyone's going to say, oh, you're losing the strategy in the National League. Have you watched a National League game? No one bunts anymore anyway. Doesn't matter. National League, American League. I want to see DeGrom if he's healthy. I want to see him pitch. I want to see DeGrom pitch. I don't want to see him come out 5 innings and out. I don't want to see any top-notch pitcher come out 5 innings unless they're not pitching well or they don't feel well. I don't get it. I can't stand the bullpen game for the fifth, instead of a fifth starter, let's play with a bullpen game. Hate that crap. And again, if you like it, that's fine. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that baseball players no longer know how to hit the ball the other way. If they put everybody, if you're a lefty, if they put everybody to the right side, guess what, jackasses? Hit the ball the other way. Drop a bunt down. Do something. Do something. D. Scott Howard, the GOAT Whisperer himself, is here. We got to have a D. Scott Howard and Ken Castro title defense, tag team champions of the world for Fire Pro Wrestling. I got to do that pretty soon. Larry Harris, I am listening, or should I say I have it on in the background. The classic radio from the 1978 Boston at Cleveland, April 21st, I believe. Oh, I love. Are you talking about that? The YouTube channel, Classic Radio, Classic MLB Radio? That's awesome stuff. I love listening to that. They also have the Classic Baseball from the 80s that you can watch. Great stuff. Great stuff. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Hit them where they ain't. Geez, seems like we forgot that for baseball. Absolutely. I don't get it. I don't get it. Everyone tries, whether you're righty or lefty, it seems almost every player tries to yank the ball, pull and yank it out of the ballpark. It makes for boring baseball, people. I've said it before. I enjoy strikeouts. I enjoy home runs, but they don't steal bases anymore. God forbid there's a hit and run. No one knows how to do that. And you get a leadoff double, you should be, and you're looking at your portion of the order. In a normal human being, you're looking to see who's coming up. You're like, well, We move this guy over to third. The other guy usually hits a lot of fly ball outs. We've just produced a run, but no one knows how to do it. No one knows how to do it. Larry Harris says, I like baseball, but I don't like today's game for sure. And I still follow it. I still love the Red Sox. But I do find myself, I watched a lot of DeGrom. But this is what I've already said this. As soon as DeGrom goes out of the game, this is what I do to a Mets game. This is what I do to a Mets game. Pretend this is the remote control. Click. Done. I watch the Mets for DeGrom, or I'm watching DeGrom for Jacob DeGrom. I know he got hurt. I think he got hurt running the bases last time. But a lot of pitchers, I don't get it. Here's my favorite thing. This is the most asinine stat nowadays. Quality starts. It gets worse every year. I think a quality start now is 5 innings. 3 runs, 5 innings. That's freaking horrible. That's horrible. 4 runs, 6 innings. Oh, it's good. No, it's bad. It's bad. It's not good. Not good. Yeah, bad. Larry Harris. Yes, the YouTube radio games. Oh, yeah, fabulous. You're able to listen to some really good old World Series games, and they're very fun to listen to. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. No more Tommy Herr, 8 homers and having 100 ribbies. Exactly. You don't. That was the other thing that always made me laugh. Oh, you got to have home run hitters. If you put a bunch of hits together and play smart, you'll knock in runs. Yes, you need power hitters in your lineup, but everybody trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark makes for the stupidest game I've ever seen in my life. Cleve Baseball Fan, 6 innings, 3 runs. That's a 4.50 ERA, and that's freaking awful. And that is a quality start. That is a quality start because some jackass doing sabermetric or some crap like that. I don't know. I'm going to blame it on sabermetrics. I'm probably wrong. But some jackass is going, that's a quality start now. No, it's not. It's not a good start. It's a piece of crap start. It's awful. D. Scott Howard. I'm watching the D2 GNAC tournament final with number 10 seed out of 10, University Alaska Fairbanks, looking for a Cinderella upset. Well, hopefully they can do it. Remember when they used to have Chaminade? I think they're out of Hawaii. Was Chaminade out of Hawaii? Remember the year? Was it Chaminade who beat Virginia with Ralph Sampson in the when they used to have the pre-tournament, not the pre-tournament, the holiday tournaments, like before Christmas? Chaminade with like a Division 2A. They did that a couple of times. I want to say they beat Virginia and Ralph Sampson when I was a youth. Does anyone remember Ralph Sampson? Sampson and Delilah? Ralph Sampson. Romeo and Juliet. Sampson and Delilah. And when we kissed, we were on fire. I just ripped off Robin Williams, God rest his soul. Chaminade is out of Hawaii, got the free entry in the Mayu Invitational. Larry Harris. Yes, they are out of Hawaii, and they did beat Virginia. I remember that. I'm not saying I watched it. I remember it, seeing it on the news. Peaches and Herb. Yes, but I was ripped. You are correct. Romeo and Juliet. Samson and Delilah. And when we kissed, ooh, it was fire. The dogs are barking. They hate my singing too. But I was doing Robin Williams. If you can look it up, type in Robin Williams, and that song was pretty funny. He did it in an Elmer Fudd voice, which was brilliant. Down 1 at the half. Well, I hope they pull it off. NCAA tournament's going to be starting next week, right? Next week, I think. Any interest in the NCAA tournament? I didn't watch much college basketball this year. Very little. But I do like to check out the tournament, and then I end up rooting for the underdogs. When you don't have a dog in the fight, we'll say, such as if you're not filling out a bracket for the NCAA tournament, if you're just watching a game in general, do you tend to start rooting for the underdog? I do. It makes for the better story. Larry Harris, I think he enjoyed my singing. D. Scott Howard, my WWU women's basketball. They're playing basketball. They're playing basketball. Curtis Blow sang that song. He rapped it. Selection Sunday is a week from Sunday. The first 4 games are usually Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. First real game starts St. Patrick's Day. The Cubs, the Bears. The great white shark has risen from the depths of YouTube. How you doing, my friend? Love Peaches, hated Herb. Here's the thing. If Tom Brokaw didn't broadcast it, it would have been lost to time. Elaborate more, because I don't know what you're putting that to. Give us a little more perspective, or a Cutter historical. If Tom Brokaw didn't broadcast it, it would have been lost to time. Oh, are you talking about the upset with Virginia and Chaminade? Maybe. Larry Harris. Yes, I do pull for underdogs most of the time. It makes for the better story. It does make for the better story. WW women in D2 regionals starting this week. I was saying. Yep. Okay, so you were talking about Chaminade. It just clicked with me. Chaminade and Virginia. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, how that little school beat the mighty Virginia Cavaliers, right? Virginia Cavaliers. Is that offensive to Cavaliers? Should they change their name? Could be offensive. Are there any more Cavaliers around? What could we change Virginia's name to? I don't know. Am I offended by that? No, not really. You know why? Because it's a freaking name. It means nothing. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Oral Roberts beating Ohio State made me puke last year. Yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers. Isn't Virginia the Cavaliers too? The basketball, football, Virginia college, university, whatever the hell they are. What the hell's the difference between a college and university? I mean, I know people have explained it to me, but who gives a shit, right? I just find that funny. College and all the colleges around our area here are now changing to universities. University of Virginia Cavaliers, got it. I don't know. Are we offended by that name? Are we offended by the Cavaliers? Let's start a PC movement and tell them we're offended by that name. You know, like our great grandfathers were Cavaliers. We find it offensive. I'm just kidding. T. Scott Howard, always the comedian. Oral Roberts didn't have a prayer. Yeah, but they had more baskets in that game, and that's all that matters. Larry Harris. Yeah, Cleve Baseball Fan. I picked Oral Roberts last year, and that is about the only thing I got right in March. Rim shot. Not offended. All right, we're not offended by that name. That's fine. Cutter historical. McNeese just lost 149-144 to Houston Baptist in 4 overtimes. That is what you call a wild and crazy game. Larry Harris says, I am not offended, but I am sure someone is. Crazy dumb. Well, let's find out if anyone's offended by Cavaliers. Cavaliers. I mean, they're pirates, right? Isn't that what a cavalier is? Sort of like a pirate. Speaking of pirates, I want the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to go back to their creamsicle uniforms. I'm offended by the Tampa Bay's uniforms. I want the creamsicles again. I want the creamsicles. What baseball season will you next be purchasing in whatever game that you are playing? I'm looking at 77 payoff pitch or 86. I was thinking if I get the 77 payoff pitch and I get the starter set, because the starter set's kind of neat. He gives you, I think it's 6 teams from 4 teams or 6 teams. I have to look it up again. 4 different years. I like when I have different years. And the 86 is included in the starter set. Now you only get 24 players with the starter sets, for each team. So you're not getting the full rosters, which is fine. But that's why I might not get 86. Because I want to get the starter set. They have some good teams in the starter set. So what is your next purchase if you're making one for whatever season in whatever sport for your sim games? Larry Harris. I read that the Buccaneers are going to wear the old uniforms a couple of games in 2023. They're so much better than the new ones. The new ones are putrid. Baseball, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. If I were to get something 1995 or something, yeah, I could see that. Indians 95, lost to the Marlins, right? World Series. I thought that came up the other day, and I thought that I was like, is that when they lost to the Braves? But someone said they lost to the Marlins. D. Scott Howard says, I got my Western Washington State college degree the quarter before they changed to Western Washington University, LOL. I know. I find it funny because around here, all the colleges are changing to universities, and I have no freaking 97, 90, 95 was the Braves, so I was right there. 97 was the Marlins. Okay. Larry Harris, 95 Braves, 97 Marlins. All right. I got it. Thank you. Yeah, all the colleges around here are changing to universities. I'm like, what the hell is the difference? I know there is a difference. I know that. I'm just saying, who cares? Who cares? You think the guys behind me care? You think Fred Flintstone cares? You think the Red Sox bear cares? You think the other Red Sox stuffed animal cares? Wally? He don't care. You think the Minion cares? He doesn't care. You think the bear? Where the hell is that bear? The drunk bear cares? Red Sox? He don't care. None of them care. If you're going, just get your degree. Ugh. Yeah, I agree. Cleve Baseball Fan, our good friend Tim says, I think the Cubs, the Bears knows who beat the Indians in 2016. Yes. Snap their streak. Snap their streak. Larry Harris, I'm sure Dino cares. Dino could care. Dino the dinosaur. Are the Flintstones offensive now? I don't know. Do we have to cavemen, do they get offended by the Flintstones? I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't know. We live in a crazy world. We live in a world that, how can I put this? We're going to help somebody and we're going to send them money, right? So they can defend themselves, we'll say. But yet, we're still buying oil from the people who are sort of invading them, we'll say. Makes no sense. Anyhow, just a little political jocularity that's really sad when you look at the world, but that's just me. Anyhow. Baby Yoda cares. That's right. I have Baby Yoda up there. Baby Yoda does care. Baby Yoda's cool. That was a good show. I watched that. Nurse Teresa watched all of them. I watched some of them. It was like a spaghetti western in space. The Mandalorian. I recommend it. I'm not a big sci-fi person. I like Star Wars, not the new stuff. But that was good. That was good. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. As long as they cut the Winston cigarette ads out of all the old Flintstone episodes. That's right, they had. Jimmy Leland. Remember Jimmy Leland when he was with the Pirates? I think even with the Tigers. They would catch him smoking every once in a while in the dugout or in the walkway going back to the clubhouse. I don't know. I find that pretty funny. If you could pick one old school manager to manage your team that you like, old school, not a manager now, old school, who would it be? I would take Billy Martin. Yes, I know Billy Martin has since passed away. I know that. I'm just saying, if he, this is hypothetical. I always liked Billy Martin. I always liked the way he managed. I was watching Game 1, 1981, the first round of the playoffs. Dick Williams. That's a good one. Clinton Parks, how you doing? Dick Williams is a good one. Dick Williams was a winner. The Billy Martin Game 1 against Kansas City when they had the expanded playoffs. I was watching that on YouTube the other day. I think I like Billy Martin. Dick Williams is a good one. Clinton Parks brought that one up. Jake Cruz has joined us. How you doing, Jakey? How is the Las Vegas area, my friend? Sparky Anderson for Arnold Hunter. That's a good one. Cleve baseball fan, Sparky Anderson. Yep, that's a good one. Captain Hook. That's Sparky. Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. I would not have Daryl Johnson or Don Zimmer, that's for sure. I always liked Billy Martin. I thought Billy Martin got the most out of his teams. And yes, I know he could wear out his welcome, but I always liked Billy Martin. You had Earl Weaver. Though I didn't like the 3-run homer thing. I wouldn't take Earl Weaver. Not that he's not a great manager. I just wouldn't take Earl Weaver. I'm not a big wait for the 3-run homer kind of guy. That's boring freaking baseball to me. At 80 plus years old, Cy Young was on the game show I've Got a Secret on the 60s, and they gave him a carton of cigarettes as a prize. That's hilarious. Ralph Houck, that's a good one. Walter Alston. Kurt Berglund is not a big Walter Alston fan. I'll stick with Billy Martin. I like Billy Martin. I would take Billy Martin. If I had to win a series and I had a team, I'm taking Billy Martin. Because Billy Martin's going to give it his all, managerial wise, thinking wise. Again, it has to be his type of team, though. So it probably really does matter what type of team you have. Tommy Lasorda, Jimmy Leland, Casey Stengel. I don't know. Casey had the best players. Again, did he? Again, you have to manage. Here's the question. Casey had the best players, right? The Yankees were phenomenal. Greatest team in that time period for many years, which that run ended. Well, Stengel's run ended before that, but I mean, the Yankees run. When do you want to say the Yankees run started? 1927 to 1964? I mean, from the 30s, from DiMaggio onward till 64, that's a tremendous run. But they had such good teams. Are they difficult to manage? Especially in that day and age where the players ain't going to say poop to you. You just bench them. Phil Cook, Jimmy or Koch, can be pronounced either way, so I'm not. If I mispronounce, I apologize. Jim Leland, that's a good one. Tommy Lasorda. I'll tell you, Tommy Lasorda's best managing job, USA defeating when they won the gold medal. I can't remember the Olympic year when they beat the Cubans, and they did it with no major league players. That was awesome. I love that year. Yeah, that Tommy Lasorda. I agree. Tommy Lasorda. Dave Gardner's here. You just got home. Dave, did you get your 1,000 goals yet? 1,000th goal, excuse me. Chuck Tanner, Pittsburgh Pirates. D. Scott Howard. Alston was good, but refused to use the young Koufax. Well, he's out in my book. I love Sandy Koufax. 2000 Olympics. That was one of the most brilliant managing, because the Cubans were heavily favored to win the Olympic gold medal, and they did it, which was awesome. That was really great. Cleve Baseball Fan 87. However, he did have future stars on the 2000 team, Ben Sheets, for one. I remembered that. That was a tremendous victory for the United States of America in baseball. I have to admit, I do like the World Classic, whatever it's called. I do like that. I don't like some of the goofy rules, but I get that they do it. So I do like the World Baseball Classic. And hopefully they'll bring it back pretty soon. I got 1 goal Tuesday night, but none tonight. You're getting there, Dave. Still here, Al. Just listening. I'm streaming Ghost Tsunami. Guys, jump over, check out JD on Ghost Tsunami if you want. I'm just here shooting the poop. I have no real agenda at all. I never do, but anyhow, drinking water tonight. Pretty boring, but anyhow. So we had a lot of good managers. I hit the wrong button. Some people are probably happy about that, but I hit the wrong button. I'm back. Yeah, I hit the button. These newfangled mouses, they have buttons on the side. Everyone still with us? I hit the button. We're back. What just happened? YouTube tried to shut me down. No. Al RedSoxFan had fumble fingers, and I don't think he... Anyway, I hit the side mouse button. I hit the side mouse button. Mouse. Why don't they call it a moose? It's a mouse. Moose. That'd be interesting. Did you get the new moose? I got the new moose. I got blacked out. Or I blacked out from the water. Anyway. So again, I'm looking to get 1977 payoff pitch. Fahu bore, Christmas. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just being silly. What else is new? What else is going on? Oh, I think it was last Saturday when we did the chat. I did put up, if you're looking for Major League Baseball photos from 1947 to 2005, I put a link on Digital Dice in their Facebook group page. I also put it in Action PC Facebook group page and Sports Simulation Facebook group page. And I should probably put it here. If you're looking for, I'm going to do it. Hold on a second. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Bear with me a moment. And these are the player photos from 1947, broken out by team up until 2005. And I know a lot of us like to have photos with some of our games that we play on PC. And let me go here. And is it this one? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Double click on that. Copy and paste. These are 1947 to 2005 baseball player photos. Also fun, a week from Sunday, spring forward, more daylight. That's always awesome. Our good friend Rob is still lurking. He's a lurker. Wouldn't you like to be a lurker too? Be a lurker. I just ripped off Dr. Pepper. Who here likes Dr. Pepper? Does anyone like Dr. Pepper? I don't like Dr. Pepper. It tastes weird. I like Coca-Cola. Like Pepsi. Ginger ale. Canada Dry. I like Canada Dry. I don't think, is that working if you click on that? Can someone click on that link? It doesn't look like it's going to work. Let me see if I click on that. That's the link. It shouldn't come across like that. All right. Well, Larry Harris likes Dr. Pepper. Our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, likes Dr. Or he can handle Dr. Pepper. The dogs hear someone at the door. The link works. Thank you. Again, those are team players by team. Really nice setup. You can use them in Action PC. You can use them in pretty much any game. 1947 to 2005. RJL likes Dr. Pepper. What the hell's wrong with all you people? Dave Gardner wants to know who's at the door at 11:30. I don't know, but the dogs know. They went to go see the new Batman movie. 3 hours long. That's who's at the door. Teresa's children. And now there's a frantic rush to try to get the dogs under control. I can hear it out there. I'm like Tim. I have it every so often. Dr. Pepper, that is. Cherry, Coke, Mountain Dew, and Pepsi are my usual go-tos. Mountain Dew gives me the shivers. A little too much caffeine. I like Coke. Coca-Cola. Coffee, of course. Water. Milk. There's a site called Strat-o-matic that has all the ballparks and players for SOM. Interesting. Is that the one that putting ballparks in Strat-o-matic is a pain in the ass. It is a real pain in the ass. What's that site called? I got to remember that. I'm going to write that down. There's Brian. There's a guy named Brian. He has a good site. He used to put all the new baseball photos for the new Strat-o-matic. So what's this site called? Site called Strat-o-shack. Okay. I'm going to write that down. Strat-o-shack. Love Shack. B-52 Bombers, folks. Our good friend Steeler Fan, a.k.a. Matt. How you doing? How goes your Glory Days Boxing universe, my friend? Our next Glory Days Boxing bout on the channel, and is going to be coming up this week. I don't know if I'm doing it tomorrow. I might be doing an AEW pre-play of some of the singles matches for Road to Revolution. I don't know if I'm in. I might. I don't know. But it's going to be Jerry Cooney, Mike Weaver. The what if they fought for the WBA Heavyweight Championship like they were supposed to in the early 80s. But Cooney got hurt. Glory Days Boxing, SidelineStrategies.com. Check it out. Great game. One of the best card and dice sports sims games, period. Can be purchased at SidelineStrategies.com. Along with Payoff Pitch. Again, we had Joe and Anthony on Thursday. Wonderful, wonderful show we had. Larry Harris. Not that I'm older. I can only handle half a Mountain Dew, even though I like it. I posted the link. Yeah, I won't post. You can't post links in my chat. Only mods can post links in the chat. AEW. Isn't that a root beer? Yes, it is. That's A&W. That's funny you say that because there's a wrestler who's like a comedic wrestler, Danhausen. Nurse Teresa just got me 2 of his T-shirts. Yes. And he did a whole comedy routine that he got signed by A&W. He's actually in AEW now, though. That's too funny, Dave, because he did that. I didn't know A&W also did burgers and fries. I guess they're like are they a restaurant also? Like a burger place? I never knew that. But yeah, AEW. I might do something with that. I don't know. I was going to use Tom Vogel's Wrestling's Finest because most of the wrestlers, they're all there, so I can do it there. I thought it'd be fun, but I might just do it offline for my own enjoyment. It's always interesting to see what people will watch and won't watch. Sometimes you think you have a great idea, you get no views. Other times you're like, I can't believe they watched that. So, but what I always say, stream something that you enjoy because you can always go back and enjoy it along with other people. Appa Brian put a video out, kind of melancholy in a way. He has hit the brick wall when it comes to uploading baseball games and football games, and he really has he has a wonderful channel, Appa Brian, but maybe he'll be back, but he'll always be part of our community. You get burnout doing this stuff. I get burnout. There'll be times I won't do it for 2 weeks. I'm still playing games, still listening, but sometimes you get burnt out. Larry Harris. I never knew they were a restaurant until Danhausen did his little comedy thing. Hello.
Hello.
Nurse Teresa's joined us here. How did they like the movie?
Carolyn liked it. Zach was like, eh.
How did Lauren like it?
I don't think she answered.
Oh. So we have 1 thumbs up for the new Batman movie. 1, and 1 we don't know. Did you finish watching Casablanca?
No.
Oh my God.
I was talking to Brittany.
How many people in this chat have seen Casablanca? Oh, how's Brittany?
Good.
What time is it in Hawaii?
They're 5 hours behind us.
5 hours. So I can't do the math. I'm only drinking water.
6 something.
I do math better when I'm drinking alcohol.
Okay.
What's wrong? I told him you beat me in gin.
Oh,
You are the champion. I also told them when Al RedSoxFan buys dice alone, on Amazon. Was it Amazon I bought these monstrous things on?
Yes.
This is what Al buys because he doesn't pay attention to what the hell he's buying. Now, Nurse Teresa, my loving Nurse Teresa, sees I am horrified by the dice I have bought because I'm an idiot. And she buys the right size dice. Like gold. It's like gold in their box. And then their bags. Oh, God, I love that sound, Nurse Teresa.
You take a commercial break first.
I'm going to take a commercial break first because Nurse Teresa wants to speak with me. So I shall.
He's not in trouble.
I'm not. Am I in trouble?
No.
All right. I'm going to take a commercial break. Stay with us. I'll be right back in 2 and 2. Like Love Connection. 2 and 2. I see you.
It'll be like 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds. So we. All right, I'm back. Did you miss me? Of course you didn't miss me. Anyway, what was the question? Oh, have you seen Casablanca? What happened to Appa Brian? No, he's not going to put up some videos for a while. But you can still go to his channel. I recommend everyone go to Appa Brian's channel, watch a video, hit that like button, and he just hit the wall. You hit the wall sometimes when you do this stuff. Sox Arizona, check out this fine young man's channel and his movie, not movie channel, I got to check out his music channel where he listens to music and stuff. He says, I've seen Casablanca. It is a great movie. Play it again, Sam. Play it again. RJL Network has seen Casablanca. No, Larry Harris has not seen Casablanca. You should. D. Scott Howard, Casablanca, my all-time favorite movie. Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, and oh my God, the guy who played the French police captain, Claude Rains. Is it Claude Rains? I think it's Claude Rains. Cleve baseball fan says, I've seen it once. RJL Network, Casablanca, one of the best ever. Absolutely fun. Steeler fan, 1933, our good friend Matt. My Unified Boxing Federation, that's Glory Days Boxing he uses, is all documented in the other sports dynasties section of the forums at Operation Sports if anyone is interested. He will be back. Oh, don't panic. I think I'm back. Round up the usual suspects. That's right, Claude Rains. That's who that is. I couldn't think who that was. Sam was the piano player, the African-American actor-singer. Dooley Wilson. Beautiful singing voice. That's an awesome song. A kiss is just a kiss. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Steeler fan 1933. I never watched Casablanca, but I watched Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason lives at least 200 times. It's true. Why don't they just blow him up with a bazooka or a rocket launcher? I don't get it. Yeah, Casablanca. If you are a movie buff, must see. If you enjoy movies of all genres. Casablanca, Maltese Falcon with Humphrey Bogart. The Harder They Fall, if you're a boxing fan. Loosely based on the Primo Carnera story. Argentinian heavyweight in the movie. Mountain Rivera, I think. Jersey Joe Walcott is in that movie. The Harder They Fall is an excellent movie if you're a boxing fan or any type of movie fan. Steeler fan 1933. I feel like I've watched Forrest Gump that many times. Forrest Gump's a good movie. Run, Forrest, run. My favorite part in Forrest Gump. Remember when the principal comes over to see Mrs. Gump? And Mrs. Gump gumped him? And he's like, You could hear, and Forrest was outside listening. And then the principal comes out and goes, Forrest, your mama loves you a lot. And Forrest turned and went, I broke out laughing. I thought that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a movie. Steeler fan 1933. They did a Jason Goes to Hell. Didn't last. Well, he sure is heck not going to heaven. On the Waterfront is a great boxing movie. D. Scott Howard. Yes. Marlon Brando, Rod Steiger. I could have been a contender, Charlie. I could have been a contender. But you told me to take the dive, the short money. I was never no good after that, Charlie. I forgot who the other boxer's name was, but I'll use Wilson. Wilson, he got the title shot. He got the fight outside in a ballpark, and I was never no good anymore, Charlie. You should have looked out for me, Charlie. I think his brother's name was Charlie. Rod Steiger. You should have looked out for me, Charlie. I'm your brother. You should have looked out for me. Great movie. RJL Network asks, Al Red Sox fan, what is your favorite boxing movie? Take care, Sox Arizona. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Check out that wonderful channel, Sox Arizona, for all your Red Sox and Celtics needs and play-by-play call. Our good friend, Sox Arizona. That's a good question. I'll give you some of my favorite boxing movies. First Rocky movie. I like that one. Somebody Up There Likes Me. The Rocky Graziano story. Paul Newman played Rocky Graziano, the middleweight. Tough Enough which was with Dennis Quaid, and it was really a tough man contest, loose again, based on some real people. But that was good. I like that one. Raging Bull is good, even though Jake LaMotta is not a likable human being. Good movie. On the Waterfront technically can be considered a boxing movie, though there's no boxing really in the movie. The Fix, I think it's called The Fix with Robert Ryan. That was a good one. That was an excellent boxing movie. Champion with Kirk Douglas, another old school one. Here's one out of the box. Here's one out of the box for a boxing movie. Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man is technically a boxing movie because the Invisible Man was a boxer. What else? Oh, so many good boxing movies. The Great White Hope. That was James Earl Jones playing Jack Johnson. That was a good boxing. What was it? Biography, basically, on Jack Johnson. I'm gonna miss some movies here. Trying to go through them in my head. There's a lot of good old school boxing movies now. Like I said, The Fix, I want to say, was with Robert Ryan. Champion, Kirk Douglas, and he was a jerk in that movie. John Voight, Champ. The remake with John Voight. And the little blonde-headed kid. I can see him. What? Ricky Schroeder played his son. D. Scott Howard. The Invisible Man was Claude Rains. No, I'm talking about The Invisible Man with Abbott and Costello when it was the boxer. You never seen that one? It's awesome. Where they get Costello to be the boxer, and the other guy's actually doing the fighting because he's invisible. Ricky Schroeder. Yep. The Champ. That is good. Faye Dunaway is in that movie too. She plays Ricky Schroeder's mom, and she basically forces John Voight, who hadn't fought in years, to come out of retirement to try to keep his son. He was basically down at the horse tracks and stuff. That's where he worked and would bet horses, the racetrack. And I also want to say Randall Tex Cobb is in that movie. He's the person. Randall Tex Cobb is the person fighting John Voight at the end, I want to say. Have you seen The Champ? Or which one are we talking about, D. Scott Howard? Kevin Purple Hayes. How you doing? I added the purple. Steeler fan 1933. Though he was not treated well there in life, there is a Jack Johnson Boulevard and a park with a statue of him in Galveston, Texas. $1 Million Baby, Clint Eastwood, female boxer. That's a good one. Here's another comedy one that I liked when I was a kid because I always loved boxing. Barbara Streisand and Ryan O'Neal. Knockout, I think it was called. It was pretty funny. Grady played his trainer. Grady from Sanford and Son. I think it was Knockout or something like that. One of the best. One of my favorite Three Stooges episode, Punch Drunk with Curly. Remember, what was the Pop Goes the Weasel? Goes the Weasel, and he go crazy and knock everybody out. The main event, that's it. Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal. That was another fun, again, goofy, a fun comedy with boxing in it. But it's a boxing movie. I like that one. I'm missing a lot. It's slipping my. There's one. Raging Bull, First Rocky. The harder they fall with Humphrey Bogart. Somebody Up There Likes Me with Paul Newman. The Rocky Graziano story. AKA Muhammad Ali. That was like a documentary. I never watched all of the one that they did with Will Smith because I'd seen so many documentaries and read about Ali. So I never really watched that one, but I heard good things about it. The Fix with Robert Ryan. I mentioned that one. That's an excellent boxing movie. Tough Enough with Dennis Quaid. That was about tough men contest, which is actually really happened. I mean, they were using real people in that movie. Oh, yes. That is a good one. The Fighter about Mickey Ward was decent. That was a good one. I like that one. Mark Wahlberg played him, right? I'm pretty sure, right? What was another good boxing movie? I highly recommend The Fix, and I highly recommend if you're looking for old school movies. Somebody Up There Likes Me, and Champion with Kirk Douglas. Lots of good boxing movies. Now, my favorite baseball movies. We've done this before, but I think I like The Natural. I love Bad News Bears. Bad News Bears, the original classic. Definitely must see with Walter Matthau. Bang the Drum Slowly was an interesting baseball movie. Robert De Niro played a dying catcher. And Moriarty, Michael Moriarty was the ace pitcher for the Yankees. Good baseball movie. I like the first Major Leagues. I like that one. I know everyone says Field 61 was a good baseball movie. Yes, Arnold Hunter was 61. Barry Pepper played Roger Maris. Looked very much like Roger Maris. What Billy Crystal did really fun in that movie was Barry Pepper could not hit left-handed, so they let him hit right-handed. Okay. And he would run down third base. So they turned everything around to make it look like he was batting left-handed. Robbie Wartburg, how you doing, my friend? Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage was terrible. I don't think I ever saw that one. Dave Gardner. They're bringing in the wild thing. You make my heart sing. That movie came out just before, I don't know if it was the year before or 2 years before, Cleveland actually got good again. I love that movie. I saw it 3 times at the movie theaters. That's how much I liked the original Major League. Ali, yep. D. Scott Howard, The Kid from Brooklyn with Danny Kaye is an interesting 1940s boxing movie. Pretty corny, though. I seen that one. That one was all right. Again, it's a different genre of movie making. Did you know that Bob Hope was a professional boxer? He was. Bob Hope was a professional boxer. Pride of the Yankees. Absolutely. The Lou Gehrig story. The Babe and 42. That's from RJL Network, our good friend Rob. 1989, when Major League came out, Indians got good 5 years later. Kevin Hayes, Creed with Sylvester Stallone. I've not seen that one yet. Everyone said good things about it, though. I have this boxing movie on my mind. I can't think of it. The name. I don't want to try to look it up by. I need the visual for it. I cannot think of it. D. Scott Howard, Bob Hope's boxing name was Packy East. You are correct. Robbie Wartburg, he wants the righty, the wild thing, the grab your throat choke thing. Bob Uecker was hilarious in that movie. Just a little bit outside. I'm not a big, I know this is everyone's going to hate me. I'm not a big Field of Dreams fan. It's okay. Bull Durham took me a long time. I come around to that movie. I like The Natural. I like The Natural. I like the whole storyline in it. And I guess in the book, he strikes out at the end. In the book, spoiler alert, Randy Quaid as Bat Poop Crazy Fan. That's right. That's right. They were out in the bleachers, right? They banged the drums. That's right. I forgot about that. That's hilarious. Angels in the Outfield, which was a remake. The remake was with Danny Glover, right? And Tony Danza was in that, I think, right? Angels in the Outfield. Jason Call, how you doing? Hope all is well. Hockey movie, hands down. Slapshot, the original. Awesome movie. We just watched that a couple weeks ago again. Nurse Teresa and myself when we're playing cards. That I laugh so much in that. That movie would never be made now. It's so quote unquote politically incorrect. There's so much. That's one of the funniest freaking movies. Kevin Hayes, Mr. Baseball, Tom Selleck, right? Japan. I like that one. That was a good baseball movie. I enjoyed it. The book Shoeless Joe is really good. Field of Dreams. Is that what they based that on? Shoeless Joe Jackson. Mr. 3000 was kind of funny. I like that. You know, it was a fun baseball movie, and it's technically, well, it is a baseball movie. It was Aaron Pryor. Not Aaron Pryor. Richard Pryor. John Candy. Richard Pryor was a pitcher. John Candy was the catcher. Brewster's Millions. It's a comedy, but to me, it's a baseball movie. I used to watch that all the time. Goofy, but I loved it. Goon is a good hockey movie. That's the guy. Goon. Dave, is that the guy from American Pie? I've always wanted to watch that. I have to check that out. I want to say it's the kid from American Pie, the one who was a jerk. D. Scott Howard. The organ player from Slapshot is now the organ player for the Seattle Kraken. That's awesome. They brought their effing toys. Glenn Perot is here. Miracle is a great hockey movie. Yes, it is. Kurt Russell plays the head coach. And because I'm old, it escapes my mind. I can see the head coach of the USA team was passed away. It went on to coach the Reign. Herb Brooks was the head coach. It might have come back to me. That is a good movie. They also did a made-for-TV movie that wasn't bad. Herb Brooks. Prefontaine. That was a story of he was a runner for Oregon, track and field. And the Oregon coach is the one who came out. He made Nike, which is no longer made in this country. It's made over by, China. Whatever. There's a couple of movies I saw with Prefontaine were excellent. He died. He got hit by a drunk driver running. Jason Call saw a really cool story on sports and simulation page. This guy named Lawrence Watson had managed using Strat and Action PC for 34 years without a no-hitter. He finally got one today. Hats off. That's awesome. That's why we play the games, my friend. It's always cool when you do something like that. And you can check that out on Dave Little's Sports and Simulation Facebook group page. Once again, Jason Call shares with us this cool story. Lawrence Watson, I followed some of this. I didn't see that, though. I'm going to have to check. I must have missed that one. Had managed playing Strat and Action PC for 34 years without a no-hitter. He finally got one. Awesome. That is awesome. Steeler Fan 1933. I like Miracle on Ice better than Miracle. Both are about the 80 Olympic hockey team. Which one was the... I want to say there was a made-for-TV movie. Maybe neither one of them. But I want to say there was a made-for-TV movie. Our good friend, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Jason Cull, that will be me. I've had, we've talked about this, but I've had a no-hitter and out of the ballpark with Phil Niekro, no-hitter with and then 2 no-hitters in Digital Diamond Baseball, Roger Clemens and for the Reds, Rijos. The Reds one was game 1 of the 1990 World Series. I think it was Rijos was the pitcher. D. Scott Howard. Steve Prefontaine was a big hero around the Pacific Northwest. Such a tragedy. Yeah, tremendous story. They were at the 72 Olympics. He didn't win at the Olympics, but the track coach, who again, he came up with a Nike sneaker, he pulled the track and field team out of the Olympic dorms or whatever they're called. He goes, "There's no security here. There's no security here." And that was just, he pulled them out. He said he put them in a hotel, and right before the terrorist attack. Glenn Perot, 42 is a great movie. That was mentioned. Jason Cull says, Cleve baseball fan, I'm rooting for you. So we were hoping that Cleve baseball fan gets his no-hitter in. Bud W. Somebody up there likes me, the Rocky Graziano story. Excellent movie. Highly recommend it. It was mentioned earlier. Yes. Love. Harder They Fall. Have you seen that one, Bud W? Cleve baseball fan. 879. I've had one cycle and didn't realize it at the time. I think I had a 1 or 2 hitter. Steeler fan, 1933, our good friend Matt. TV one you are thinking of is Miracle on Ice. It came out immediately after the 1980 Olympics in 81. Okay, I remember I saw something. Oh, Mystery Alaska. Hockey movie. Yes, that's a good one. I like that. Mystery Alaska or Miracle Alaska. I think it is Mystery Alaska, though. Kevin Hayes, League of Their Own. Excellent baseball movie. Another one I thoroughly enjoy. I'll watch it over and over again. Harder They Fall. Highly recommended, Bud W. Humphrey Bogart is a boxing sports writer, and it's basically sort of like a Primo Carnera story. They get an Argentinian, a strong man from Argentina, Mountain Rivera, and he has this bus and he has his image on it, and they travel all around and they're fixing all of his fights, so on and so forth. Jersey Joe Walcott plays a trainer. Lots of good actors in that movie. The Harder They Fall. Highly recommend it. Christopher Slovak's here. Check out that wonderful channel. He had an awesome 1984 college football project where he took the top 16, I think it was the top 16 teams. He had them in like sort of a World Cup format. I'm not going to spoil it. Check it out. He used 2nd and 10. Wonderful, wonderful project. And the channel is Christopher Slovak. Hope all is well, Christopher. 8 Men Out. Also enjoy that movie. That's another baseball movie I'll watch anytime it's on. Nurse Teresa and I watched it last year. She enjoyed it. And again, there's some controversy with that because it's very pro-player. And other people who have read the books and stuff, more research than I have done, and said it's kind of not accurate. Christopher Slovak. I actually thought Carl Malden was a better Herb Brooks. Was that the made-for-TV movie? It must have been if it was the Carl Malden. Streets of San Francisco. Do you remember how the Streets of San Francisco would start every week? It was Carl Malden, Michael Douglas. Do you remember how that would start? How their little pre-thing to start the show was. Let's see if anyone remembers how the Streets of San Francisco started. You know, like every episode before it actually started. Jason Cull enjoys Christopher's NBA videos. Bud W. The Wrestler. Been posted. The Wrestler. You mean the movie The Wrestler? That was good. I enjoyed that with Mickey Rourke. This is a fun baseball movie. Bingo Long's Traveling All-Star and Motor Kings. Billy D. Williams, Richard Pryor, and a plethora of other. James Earl Jones. Good movie. I haven't seen that in a while. I did like Bingo Long's Traveling All-Stars. Christopher Slovak. The TV movie, Brooks was great. And they actually went into the pro scouts trying to destroy the team. Well, he wanted to make a team. Herb Brooks wanted to make a team, not an all-star team, a team that actually played together. Here's my idea. Hear me out. Just my idea. If you don't want to use professional players, I'm cool with that. You should take the NCAA champion that are Americans. So when UMass won the NCAA title, again, you might not get all the same players, but you should take the best college team, whether it's basketball or hockey, because they play as a team. That's why instead of trying to put together an all-star team, send the best collegiate team if you don't want to use professionals. I'd be cool with that. I think they would do well. Because they play together. And if you want to supplement some other better college players to add to the team, but I think the majority should come from one team with the coach who coaches that team. That's just my opinion. There was a wrestling movie way back when with Alex Karras that was kind of interesting, where he always played the heel, and his son had never seen his father not be a heel, and he was going to wrestle for the championship or in a big match, and they had like a shoot match. He wasn't supposed to win, and he won. It was Alex Karras, former Detroit Lion, went on to play in the movies, had the TV show with the little Webster. Was it Webster? I think it was Webster. Alex Karras was on Webster. Oh, God, I can't. But that was a good one. Oh, Henry Winkler was in a wrestling movie where he was playing the shtick he had. And it's brilliant. It was very fun to watch. He played a wrestler who could hypnotize people. Christopher Slovak, I agree. I think the Olympics should be sort of a Champions League of all sports from the country's leagues. That would be interesting. Brian Song, excellent football movie. The original and the remake. Brian Piccolo and Gail Sayers. Kevin Hayes, Moneyball. Moneyball was good. I like that. I did enjoy that. Alex Karras will always be Mongo. Mongo-like. That's a movie that would not be made now. Blazing Saddles, they would never make that movie now. It actually has a very powerful message about treating people the way you should treat people, the way you want to be treated. Funny movie, Blazing Saddles. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. Over the Top Sly. Is that the wrestling movie or is that the arm wrestling movie? No, Paradise Alley was the wrestling movie. Lee Cantalone, who had a boxing career, was actually undefeated but never fought anybody. And Sylvester Stallone. That was a pretty good wrestling movie. Weird, but pretty good. Paper Lion, Alan Alda, George Plimpton, playing George Plimpton. That was a good one. Heaven Can Wait. Awesome movie. I love that. I haven't seen that in a while. Warren Beatty plays the quarterback. What the hell was his name? Joe. Was it Joe Harris? Joe. Heaven Can Wait. Good football movie. Very enjoyable. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. After the first gay slur, the studios would be like, no. You're right. We're talking gay as in happy people. Robbie Warburg. Honestly, I hadn't heard of Bill James till I saw Moneyball. I had heard of Bill James, but Moneyball was a good movie. I don't always agree with everything with that philosophy. I agree with some of it, but not all of it. Christopher Slovak. Remember the movie One on One? Robbie Benson. Yes. You remember what he told the coach at the end of that movie? Does anyone remember what he told the coach? And that guy, the guy who played the coach in One-on-One was also another great football movie, North Dallas 40. He played the Tom Landry sort of character in North Dallas 40. Can anyone remember? Great one, Christopher Slovak. If you remember the movie One-on-One with Robbie Benson, it's about college basketball. What did he tell the coach at the end after having the big game when no one thought he could play? What did he tell the coach at the end? That's a good one. That's a great one, my friend. D. Scott Howard. Number 10 seed University of Fairbanks. Nanooks have just won a conference championship 72-57. They put a thrashing on that other team. Glenn Perot, bang the drums slowly. I did mention that one. Robert De Niro. Moriarty. Is it Michael Moriarty? Robert De Niro is a catcher. Michael Moriarty is the pitcher. Robert De Niro is dying. Also, the father on Laverne and Shirley is on it. Cleve baseball fan. Congrats to Alaska Fairbanks. Joe Pendleton. Heaven Can Wait. Love Heaven Can Wait. Pendleton. Thank you very much, Bud W. Fast Break with Gabe Kaplan is one of the funniest movies ever. That's another movie they would never make again. Great. These are all movies I'm remembering now. He brought the 3 players from New York City. One was a woman. They made her look like a guy because she could play. And he went to a D2 school, and they wanted to challenge the number 1 school in that state. And they did. And it's very funny. I'm not going to give anything away, but there's some he picked up a couple of football players to play on that team from the college. And basically one player would just go out there and go up to the best player and say an ethnic or racial slur, however you want to put it. So they get into a fight, and then both players get ejected. Good stuff. That was Fast Break. I like that one. That is a good one. Christopher Slovak. I remember J.D. Spalding played the coach. Up yours with a big red hot poker. You are correct. And that's Robbie Benson in One-on-One. He goes, you can take your scholarship and shove it up yours with a big red hot poker. That is correct. Jim L., hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. Bud W., personal best. I don't remember that one. Personal best. Is that a movie? The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. I remember that. That was in the late 70s. Oh, here's a good basketball movie. Not that long ago, Will Ferrell, Michigan Tropics. Now I can't remember the Semi-Pro. Not the football movie, which I never cared for too much. Semi-Pro, the football movie, or Semi-Tough. I can't remember if it was I think it was Semi-Tough. Burt Reynolds, Chris Christopherson. They're sort of like Zonka and Kick, supposedly. But yeah, Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell in the fictional Michigan Tropics, the ABA. Funny, funny basketball movie. Enjoyable. The Good Doctor's in the house. Dr. David Little. How you doing, my friend? Check out that wonderful channel. Semi-Pro, the basketball movie. Thank you. Cleve baseball fan. Running movie winning way. Oh, this is a good sports movie. The cycling movie. What the hell was that called? With was it Breaking Away? No. Maybe it was Breaking Away. The cycling movie. It's kind of like a dramedy comma. Was it Breaking Away? That was a good movie. I can't remember it. Will Ferrell as Jackie Moon. I own that movie. I love that movie. Very fun. Woody Harrelson was in it. Breaking Away. Is that the cycling movie? Good movie. I haven't seen that in a while. That's a good movie. Dave Lowe. All is well. Just back from a couple of G League basketball games this weekend. Excellent. How did you enjoy them? with the Indiana song. That's right. Merrill Hemingway. Now that's starting to sound familiar. Merrill Hemingway, female actress. Let me go back on that one. I might have seen that one. RJL Network. Good racing movie, Grease Lightning, with Richard Pryor as Wendell Scott. That is stock car racing, NASCAR. I saw that many years ago. God, I forgot that movie. Boy, that's a blast from the past. D. Scott Howard. Has anyone seen Icarus on Netflix, cycling and Russian Olympics, dopamine? I haven't seen that yet. Hoosiers. Excellent movie. Excellent movie. Gene Hackman's the coach. Now, the funny thing is, I watched the documentary that ESPN did regarding that team that won, and all the players were like, yeah, but our coach was the nicest guy in the world. Great movie. I love that. I think my favorite part in Hoosiers is when he wouldn't put the kid back on the court. And he goes, no, that's my team out there, those 4 guys. Because the kid wouldn't listen to him. He goes, no. Those 4 guys, that's my team. And that's when they try to get him fired. And then the kid Jimmy came to the meeting. And he says, I'll play, but the coach stays. If the coach don't stay, I don't come and play. D. Scott Howard, Dave Little, the good doctor, enjoyed the basketball games he was at. Awesome sauce. Secretariat, good movie. The other one, Seabiscuit. I enjoyed that. That was a good one. Six Pack Kenny Rogers. I don't remember that one. Christopher, I was just talking about that movie with Nurse Teresa at dinner earlier this week. We were watching a game show. I don't know if it was a question or something. I think it was themes for movies. Like the ending for Chariots of Fire is absolutely awesome. The movie's okay. It's good. I mean, again, you watch it once, it's enough. But the ending you can watch over and over. And the theme for the movie is outstanding. W. Voggs, how you doing, my friend? Cleve baseball fan. I didn't care for Chariots of Fire. Again, the movie, you see it once, it's good enough. But the ending, just with the visual and the music, I did. That is an awesome. I really agree. Ben-Hur, technically, I guess you got Chariot Racing. Ben-Hur is an outstanding movie. The original Ben-Hur. One word for the best sports movie ever. Youngblood. That was a hockey movie. I remember that. That was Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, and some other folks. Cleve baseball fan 879. The chariot scene in Ben-Hur still holds up. Absolutely. Still marvelous. Miracle. Yep. We mentioned that one. Hello, Nurse Teresa.
Hello.
Are you going to bed?
I am.
Nurse Teresa's going to bed. What time is it? 12:24.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay on more or should we end it? I'll leave it up to the chat.
I'm not telling you have to.
Don't hit me.
Oh, stop it.
I have witnesses. She's not going to hit me. When she does, I have a safety word. All right. I love you, Nurse Teresa.
I love you.
Can you
too.
come over here?
No, I'm not coming over there. My hair looks horrible.
You look beautiful.
No.
All right, I'm gonna lean over. I'm getting out of the
finish your chat.
I'm gonna finish my chat. I just don't want. I want to give you a kiss.
Stop it.
Love you. All right, now I'm coming back, folks.
Oh, you showed him the big dice?
Yes, I showed him the big dice. If anyone has missed the big dice, I'm going to be rolling lawn Strat this summer. Get the Strat cards out, and we're just going to roll some dice right here. Lawn dice.
Who goes shopping and finds dice for you?
Nurse Teresa.
I bought you a lot of dice.
You have bought in the Danhausen shirts, which
And
I'm
the
psyched.
Danhausen shirt, yes.
Loved it. Love that Danhausen. Very nice, very evil. Love Danhausen or be cursed, as he says. I find that amusing.
And I got you the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Over here.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Let's see what else I bought you.
Take care, W. Vogs. Well, Arnold Hunter's called it. He says, stay for an hour. Okay, I'm ready. Can we make another hour?
Oh, definitely.
I don't know. I'm not drinking coffee anymore. I'm drinking water.
Can his bladder hold out for another hour? That's
Probably
the
not.
question.
But you know what? It doesn't have to. This is, well, it's going to be empty. I have an alternative plan if my bladder doesn't hold out. Dave Little, very nice, very evil.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. Danhausen got me to watch wrestling again. And other people saying, you got to check out the AEW. And I enjoy it. Again, it's wrestling.
I'm enjoying it, yeah.
Even Nurse Teresa watches it with me sometimes. I watched it last night alone with the cat.
Yeah, I was.
You know what the cat did? Like, she sat and watched it with me, and then she looked at me and went, really? You watched this? And she went on the other side. Then she saw I was getting all excited, and she came back. It's pretty funny.
Would you like me to let her in?
The cat? Is she there?
Of course she's there.
All right, let the cat in. Let the cat in.
Oh, no, she left.
Oh, she left. All right, shut the door then.
I am.
She had the option to come in. She didn't want to.
No, she's in the bedroom.
Those are big dice. Yes, they are. Christopher Slovak. The one movie I didn't like was
Bye,
Rudy.
everybody.
Good night. Nurse
Oh,
Teresa says
wait,
good night.
movies.
Yeah, we're talking sports movies.
Oh, forget that.
Well, you saw some good ones. You liked 8 Men Out. We enjoyed that one.
I did.
Have you ever seen League of Their Own?
No.
You'll like that one. Women's based. It was really good. We'll watch that next.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen.
Yeah. You got to get through Casablanca.
I know. I started talking to Brittany.
I know. All right. I love you.
The dogs and I were watching Casablanca.
Yes, the dogs were, and Nurse Teresa were watching Casablanca. Christopher Slovak. The one movie I didn't like was Rudy. His real story of being a Navy veteran, having 11 siblings, and the actual story was way more fascinating. Too much that wasn't true in Rudy. Excellent points. I did not know that. I think in general, the story of being a walk-on and actually getting on, you can find the actual play on YouTube, and it's not made. You can't really hear anyone really cheering. They cheer for the sack, but it's not like in the movie. You can find that if you type in Rudy last play, or Notre Dame was playing Georgia Tech, I think. You can actually find that play on YouTube, the actual play, not the movie. Again, the fascinating thing is being the walk-on and actually getting to get on the field. But that's like me. I don't really care for Field of Dreams too much. Not my favorite movie when it comes to sports movies. I watched it once. Seen bits and pieces again here and there. As I dropped the empty bottle. We're going to switch to the other bottle now. I'm trying to think. Golf, Tin Cup. I like that movie for a sports movie. And Will Smith, Bagger. Was it Bagger Vance? I like that movie. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, Happy Gilmore. Right? Happy Gilmore is a golf movie. Waterboy, football movie. Enjoyed those. D. Scott Howard. Worst baseball movies. The Babe Ruth story with William Bendix. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Fear Strikes Out with Anthony Perkins, who didn't have a lick of athletic ability. He threw like a girl. Don't take that the wrong way, folks. I'm just saying it was a phrase. But he did. How can we forget the first Caddyshack? That is an awesome golf movie. We just watched that last month. Caddyshack is awesome. Bill Murray and his brother Brian Doyle, they wrote that movie. And it's loosely based on their shenanigans as caddies when they were younger. That's a, yeah. Trying to think. There's so many movies out there for sports movies. Caddyshack's just classic. That's another one. Caddyshack, Bad News Bears, the original, Slapshot, all must-sees. You got to see that stuff. What about the Jimmy Pearsall movie about the Phillies player who struggled with? That was the Red Sox. It was the Red Sox. He was with the Red Sox. And that's Fear Strikes Out. Greatest game ever played. That's a good one, too. Oh, God. Who was the golfer? Was it... I can't think of the golfers' names. The real names of the golfers. Hagen? Tom Hagen? No, that's The Godfather, I think. Yeah, greatest game ever played. That's a good one, too. Draft Day. I don't think I watched. Any Given Sunday. I like that one. Again, that was... I saw it once. It was enough. It's not something I watch over, but that was interesting. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Nick Nolte was the head basketball coach of the... Nick Nolte was the head basketball coach. Shaquille O'Neal was in it. Was Ray Allen in it too? I mean, Ray Allen was in that movie with... when his father was in prison. I can't think of that movie. Blue Chips. Yep. Blue Chips. That's the one with Nick Nolte, the head coach. The colors, they're supposed to be like UCLA, sort of, because the colors, remember, they sort of look like blue and yellow, if I remember correctly. Blue Chips. Penny Hardaway. Okay, Shaq. Yep. Nolte. Mark Jones, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Blue Chips. See? Longest Yard, the original, with Burt Reynolds. Awesome movie. Awesome. Remake with Adam Sandler. And I like Adam Sandler movies. It just wasn't as good. Nowhere near as good. If I had to take a choice to watch the remake of Longest Yard or Waterboy, I take Waterboy in a heartbeat. Al Bundy. He was a reporter. He was a sports reporter in Blue Chips. The basketball reporter, correct? Blue Chips was good. I haven't seen that in a long time. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that one. A very good movie. Best players money can buy, right, Happy? Best players money can buy. And they had a point fixing scandal. The kid who he loved was fixing games. I'm just trying to get this water bottle open. Arnold Hunter. Oh, I remember this. Black Sunday. The Super Bowl, the terrorist attack. Oh, the Chocolito. Is it the Chocolito fight? I didn't watch it. The zone fights just ended. How'd they go? Chocolito, right? He was fighting tonight? Yes, Bundy was the reporter. It was a good movie. I liked Blue Chips. I enjoyed that one. Christopher Slovak. I loved Black Sunday with Bruce Dern. Was that the blimp that was going to drop the poisonous gas? It's been so long since I seen that. That scared the poop out of me, that movie, because it was very plausible. Very plausible. Um, won a lopsided decision. I like the Zone. Just a little boxing check now. I pay for the Zone. The Zone, DAZN. I like Eddie Hearn. I like his promotions. He usually gives you really good fights. I like his promotions that come from Europe better because I enjoy the British fighters a lot. But I think they always give you a good show, Eddie Hearn. I like Eddie Hearn. Nail bomb. Okay. It was a CBS Goodyear blimp with a nail bomb. I remember the blimp was involved. Yeah, I like the Zone. If you're a boxing fan, it's a good. It saves on. They just signed Canelo for 2 fights again. So his next fight against a Russian, I think that guy's a Russian. I hope he knocks the shit out of him. I hope Canelo knocks the shit out of the other guy. Bevo. That should be an interesting fight. Then they have one more fight. Also, Tyson Fury, I read. I don't know how true it is, but he said it. He said after the Dillian White fight, he's done. No more. Eddie always has a female fight on the card, which I appreciate. Again, we've talked about it. The Irish boxer, the girl, she's very good. Excellent. The only thing she can't do is punch. But other than that, she fights inside, outside. She throws punches beautifully. Cinderella Man, Russell Crowe. I own that. Excellent movie. Excellent story. That's another good one. There's so many good sports movies throughout history. Well, it's not a sports movie, but it's a documentary. The 1972 Olympics, the gold medal game. The whole 72 Olympics is unfortunately fascinating due to the terrorist attack. Inside Moves is a good but obscure basketball movie based in San Francisco in 1980. Tell us a little more about that, D. Scott Howard. Heaven Can Wait. We said that one, Mark. That's one of my. I haven't seen that in so long. Warren Beatty, Joe Pendleton, because I said Joe Harris at first, but I think that's a real quarterback. Joe Harris played for Steelers. Was Joe Harris with the Steelers? Yeah, I love Heaven Can Wait, which was a remake of a boxing movie in the 50s or 40s. The same thing. The boxer dies. He wasn't supposed to die. And he gets into a millionaire's body and he trains him to fight for the championship. And I can't. But look that up, someone. Heaven Can Wait is a remake of an old black and white boxing movie with the same concept. They just took football. Vincent Gardenia was hilarious as the police detective trying to figure out what was going on. And actually, Vincent Gardenia, wasn't he not the manager in Bang the Drum Slowly, now that I think about it? James Harris with the Rams. Joe Gilliam was with the Steelers. Thank you, Christopher. So I kind of mixed up both names. I went Joe Harris. Now, James Harris was with the Rams. Joe Gilliam with the Steelers. Thank you. I knew I didn't have it right. You got the best chat in the world. So, yeah, Heaven Can Wait. Fun movie. Who the hell was his wife? Diane Carroll? Was that his wife? And the business manager, the accountant, was the one who shot him. That was Charles Grodin. And try to go through these things without looking them up, using my brain. That's what they said, but W. Gilliam had a very strong arm. You are correct there. I'm trying to think of the people in Heaven Can Wait. I can visualize them. Can someone look up that wrestling movie? I'm going to have to do that. The wrestling movie with, I'm going to do that for a second. With Alex Karras. I'm going to look up Alex Karras. And actually, let's send this over here. And let's share the screen. D. Scott Howard says, down and out, injured, suicidal player gets his life back together with the help of his friends in a Skid Row bar. Richard Donner directed. Oh, the basketball movie. Cool. Very interesting there. Bud W. Mad Bull. Phil Daniels. Raging Bull. Boxing movie. Is Mad Bull. That I think that's the wrestling movie. I'm going to type that in. Hold on. Thank you, Bud W. Mad Bull movie. This is it. Yep. This is it. Let's go images. Yep. And let's share. That is it. Thank you, Bud W. Share screen. I like this wrestling. I loved wrestling when I was a kid, though. So share screen. Share screen. Share. There we go. It's right here. Mad Bull. And he was actually, he always played the heel, but he was actually a really nice guy. And the guy playing the face was a real jerk. Look at this guy. He's in Mad Bull. That's hilarious. This was the good guy who was an a-hole. Name the team. Wasn't that one of the Ed, and Eddie's? Or what the hell are they? The Bob Newhart show. Daryl, and Daryl. Isn't that one of the Daryl, and Daryl's right there? That's funny. But that's Mad Bull. Okay, cool. And we will stop sharing the screen. Streets of Gold is an underrated boxing movie. Wesley Snipes is in it before he became a star. 1985. Were there two boxers in that movie? A white boxer along with Wesley Snipes? They're going for the Olympics. And then one turns pro. I love the first Rocky, but it wasn't a boxing movie. It was a movie about life. Good movie. Streets of Gold on YouTube. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Phil Daniels, how you doing, my friend? That I couldn't think of the name of that one. Ray Allen and Denzel Washington. He Got Game. That's a good basketball movie. Bud W. He fought Dick the Bruiser in real life. Who fought Dick the Bruiser in real life? Alex Karras? The Lions wanted Karras to stop. Oh, you're right. Wow, he really did wrestle. Okay, this is cool. I did not. It's starting to click. I remember he did do some wrestling. They made good money in the offseason wrestling. The Lions, D. Scott Howard says, the Goat Whisperer, the Lions wanted Karras to stop wrestling when he was playing for them. He said he made more money wrestling so he wouldn't quit. Thank you, Bud W. I forgot he did professional wrestling. And as D. Scott Howard said, he made more money professional wrestling. Leo Namalini wrestled. I didn't know Bronco Nagurski wrestled. I found that out. I was watching Big Polly's World Sports Sims, and he plays Wrestling's Finest, and he had Bronco Nagurski. So then I looked it up in the game, and Bronco Nagurski, I didn't know Bronco Nagurski wrestled. I was trying to think of this movie, JD, Diggstown. And that was with Diggstown is a good movie. It is with the guy who is in the Richard Gere movie, the fighter pilot movie, and it escapes my Officer and a Gentleman. Lou Gossett Jr. and Lou Gossett Jr. and James Wood, I think. Mark Jones. Yes, Snipes was training with a white fighter who ended up fighting a Russian in the World Championships. I did see that movie. That is a good movie. I remember that movie. That's a good one. Yep. The Sylvester Stallone soccer movie. Michael Caine was in it. Pele was in it. What the hell was that called? They escape at the end when the fans storm the field. Victory. I think that was called Victory. The trainer was an ex-Russian fighter. That goes back to Streets of Gold. I did see that movie, Mark Jones. That was a good one. I think it was called Victory, though, the movie. The soccer movie. Alex Karras also wrestled Ernie Ladd, Bud W. I gotta see if they have those matches on YouTube. Yep, Pele. And I think it was called Victory, though. The big cat, Ernie Ladd, he played football, too. Played for the Chargers and the Chiefs. He had some of the funniest promos that they would never do on TV ever again for wrestling. Ernie Big Cat. Chief J. Strombo, we're going to put you back on the reservation. No, it's just Ernie Big Cat Ladd was awesome. You can find he has some matches on YouTube with Bruno Sammartino, Andre the Giant. Guys, if you want to see a hell of a match, have you seen Andre the Giant and Stan Hansen from Japan? Unbelievable match. You have to go to Daily Motion. You know what? I'm going to put the link in the chat. I cannot show it because I'll get whammied on YouTube, which is stupid. I mean, you can find the match, but you can't. I guess every time it's been loaded on YouTube, they've taken it down. But I'm going to give you the link. Stan Hansen, Andre the Giant, absolutely unbelievable wrestling match. Also, Andre the Giant and Harley Race, which you can find on YouTube. There's just no commentary. Unbelievable wrestling match. Andre and Wepner, you can find. I watched that on YouTube. That was at Shea Stadium. I don't know if that was at Shea Stadium, I think. Let me find that first. Hold on a second. I have that saved. Let me go bookmarks, and I have that saved because it is an unbelievable freaking match, and I have to find it. It's on Daily Motion. Probably faster just to type in Daily Motion. I'm looking on my saved. What the problem is when you bookmark a lot of stuff, it's actually hard to find again. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to copy and paste. I highly recommend, if you're a wrestling fan, checking out. I should have put, and this is that link is from Japan. Stan Hansen, who's actually the baby face in Japan. Andre the Giant, the bad guy, the heel. Can you tell me if that link works in the chat? So, yeah, it is. I highly recommend it. Muhammad Ali, Gorilla Monsoon. I've seen that one too. This is actually pretty good. The Andre and Wepner is good. Vader, Leon White was a football player too. Yes, he was. Sadly, he's passed away. I'm gonna find another really fun wrestling match if you like wrestling. I gotta make sure the sound's off when I look for it. And it is Harley Race, Andre the Giant, as it quickly comes up. It was the best 2 out of 3 falls. Harley Race versus Andre the Giant, Houston, January 7th, 1979. Let's quickly pause that. And let's put that in. This was really a fun match. Harley Race is excellent wrestler. God rest both their souls. Copy. And it is Harley Race versus Andre the Giant from Houston. Best 2 out of 3s. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Check that one out. Let's close that and close that before we lose stream quality. But those are some fun wrestling matches. Really fun matches. I highly recommend them if you like wrestling. Just to see, if you've not seen Andre the Giant and Chuck Wepner, it's fun to watch. I've watched Inoki and Ali. Horrible. Again, it is what they say. They couldn't come. Ali agreed originally, from what I read and have listened to also on YouTube when they talk about Ali originally agreed that he would lose to Inoki. Then he decided, because it was going to be all around the world, he wasn't going to lose. And they couldn't come up with the finish. So it basically is a horrible shoot match. Another one, Antonio Inoki against a guy from Canada, a strong man from Canada who ended up living on the streets. And Inoki gets mad at him and really beats the crap out of him. Oh God, I can't think of the great Antonio, I think it's called. Amish Elvis, how you doing? Good morning, living legend. You're the living legend. The FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community, they're the living legends. You have the strut, sass, intelligence, and passion second to no one. Blessings to you. Thank you. Blessings to you, my friend. Wepner and Hogan was stolen from Rocky 3. Well, yeah, Chuck Wepner versus Andre the Giant. They put that in the Rocky 3 with, yeah. I agree with that. That makes sense. Yeah, there's another match with, oh God, I don't know. I think it's the great Antonio, a naturally strong individual, and got really fat. I looked up a picture of him when he was young, a photo, and I want to say he was a Croatian immigrant who moved to Canada, tremendously strong, and he got into the wrestling business. I don't think he was all mentally there. He used to pull buses with his teeth or something. But he went to Japan to make some money wrestling, and Antonio Inoki kicked the crap out of him for real, because he wouldn't sell. Like, he didn't go with the script, and he just literally beat the crap out of him. In fact, his manager, the guy playing his manager, the great Antonio, jumped in to stop, like, oh my God, the guy's really kicking the crap out of my guy. I'd like to find that. But that's interesting. So, and he really, because they were talking about shoot matches. I remember I heard about I don't remember the William Regal Goldberg match, even though I watched wrestling back then. and I was following Goldberg. I might have watched it and just didn't remember it. But I rewatched on YouTube. It's not really a shoot match. I mean, Regal makes him work a little more. That's all. I think in real life, Regal would kill him in a fight because he knew how to defend himself. Regal could shoot. Regal could wrestle. Regal could kick the crap out. He was a legit tough guy. Like Ric Flair couldn't win a real fight against someone his size to save his life, from what I understand. So had him and Bruno Sammartino actually grappled for real, Bruno would have snapped him in half. But Ric Flair was not a generally tough individual. Harley Race was a badass. Haku, the Samoans, were badasses. Doesn't mean they were mean. It just means they could really defend themselves. And others, but the Harley, if you can check, it's a great Inoki. I'm sorry, Antonio Inoki against the great Antonio. That is, wow. It's short. I mean, Antonio Inoki. In fact, Ozzy Man, the guy from Australia who does YouTubing, who's very funny, has a big following. He did a video on the whole match, but you can find, I think that's another one on Daily Motion. Let's see if I can find that one. Let's see if I can find that one here. Phil Daniels, Dusty Rhodes was in some bloodbaths. Yes, but I don't know if he was a legit tough guy. He seems like he was. I'm talking about guys who could really, if they wanted to hurt you, they could hurt you. And again, that's not what the wrestling business is about. That's why some guys took offense with other people. Like the Road Warriors work stiff. That's another great one. The Road Warriors against the Fabulous Ones. Watch that match. But before you watch that match, find the interview with the Fabulous Ones. They're much older. It was, I can't remember who the hell was in the Fabulous Ones. Kern, I think Kern was one guy, and Stan Lane. Watch when they talk about them wrestling the Road Warriors, and then you can the actual match you can find on YouTube. It's fascinating that it turned into a shoot. D. Scott Howard, Gene Kiniski's, Canada's greatest athlete, was a regular in the restaurant I managed in the late 70s. Used to lift the waitresses over his head while his wife yelled at him. What a great guy he was. You probably shouldn't lift the waitresses over your head. But I think that in wrestling, when it comes to wrestling, we're going to end it in a little bit. The real stories are fascinating. The politics of wrestling, the business of the old school wrestling, just fascinating to me. Things I didn't know when I was a kid or even a young teenager. How they kept that carnival shtick going, and they stayed in character, and I don't know. It's just really fascinating to me. How it still exists now. It's fake. Everyone knows it's fake for a long time, but it's men's soap opera. It's fun to think about it. So, Stu Hart. I saw a very interesting. Do you remember Adrian Street? I've been watching some of it. Man, he did not age well. He was not a fan of Stu Hart in the dungeon or that family. That was interesting to listen to his little interview on that. I find the shoot, they call them shoot interviews, very, very interesting. D. Scott Howard, the dark side of wrestling is yeah, those are good. They're very good. It's just, yes, even now, obviously, the result is determined, but they still got to go out and do this stuff. And they can still get hurt. And I think in today's wrestling, too much high-flying stuff. I think if they take it back just a notch, it becomes more pleasant for me. But I enjoy it. Again, it is what it is. Danhausen. I have 2 Danhausen shirts thanks to Nurse Teresa. I just got them today. And it's just enjoyable that I can go back and for a little bit watch some wrestling with our crazy world we live in, because people can't treat people the way they want to be treated. There's no need for any of this crap that's going on in certain places in the world. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. There's no need why they let that guy get away with what he's doing. It's ridiculous. But that's just my opinion. I could go into how you can well, you would stop them, but they're not going to do it. So, again, we're supposed to send money to aid one side, and we're still buying oil from the other side, which is a lot more money than we're sending to the other side. It makes no sense, people. Makes no sense. Oh, D. Scott Howard. I love the Greg the Hammer Valentine shoot interviews. The video, they're awesome. Highly recommend those. I think those are my most enjoyable. Jim Cornette I like, but he's Jim Cornette. I mean, sometimes he criticizes every freaking match he watches, and I'm sitting there going, well, I watched that match. It was entertaining. And I get it. He says everything should make sense. I get it, but I think Jim Cornette, who I enjoyed, I loved him as a manager. I loved watching him manage people. I liked him better before he got to the WWF than the WWE. I think he's very knowledgeable, obviously. I think his partner on the YouTube or podcast is a bit annoying. But again, I like Jim Cornette and I like the podcasts. Greg is Greg the Hammer is absolutely likable, extremely likable, Bud W. His interviews, he just comes off as a real person. He says, hey, I did this, I did that, about any type of, whether it was taking pain, pills and stuff or alcohol. But he was very smart. You listen to how the matches went, and it made sense because I remember those matches, and then I'll go watch them. I'll look them up and watch them again. And the logic is unbelievable. Yeah, Greg's very likable. Him and Brutus the Barber. When they do the interviews together are very good. Sometimes Brutus doesn't really remember exactly how things went, and Greg will correct him. That's kind of funny. What the hell was their tag team name? They were champs, and then they broke it up for no reason. Again, WWF, don't know what the hell they're doing sometimes. Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus the Barber. The Dream Team. The Dream Team. The Dream Team. And now, the end is near. And we take our final countdown. Oh, yes, it's clear. I did it my way. All right, well, the Dream Team. Dave Little is still with us. We got to have Dave Little on the chat with Al. Talk wrestling, talk all kinds of stuff. Talk about his channel. It's a fun channel. Check it out. Love when he does his wrestling. Basketball. There was no basketball Friday night, though. Oh, because he was away. And on Sundays, his Journeys with Jesus videos are absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend them. Wonderful channel. If you have not subscribed to the good Dr. Dave Little, please do so. Wonderful member of the community. The Dream Team were a fun tag team. I like Dominic DeNucci and Dino Bravo just because they were Pisons. Bravo, wow. Dino Bravo, wow. He was into some shady stuff, and I think that's why they offed him. Very interesting stuff there. As Bud W says, good night. Good night, Mr. Bud W. And we're going to call it, you're welcome, Dave. We're going to call it a stream in a couple of minutes, unless there's anything else you want to chat about. So throw some stuff in the chat. Maybe we'll stay another 15 minutes. If not, we will call it an evening. I just wanted to come on and say hello. I thought we were going to talk about people's projects, but we went off in a different direction. I had a lot of fun with the movies. I like talking movies. And as always, check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you want to share, do all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. If you have subscribed, or if you want to subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. trying to do these chats with Al more often, get the community together, and we can share stuff, promote people's channels, just like shooting the poop with your friends because we're all friends and it's fun. No alcoholic beverages tonight. Not that I have many. Didn't even have the coffee. The coffee was bothering me today. I don't know why. That's what happens when you get old. It's not fun. I have a lot of water, second water. Ugh. So, I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank Steeler Fan 1933, D. Scott Howard, Dave Little, Bud W., Phil Daniels, Christopher Slovic. Check out that wonderful channel. Of course, check out Dave Little. Amish Elvis, thank you very much. Always the kind words from Amish Elvis. Mark Jones, thank you. Again, I don't know how far it's. JD, thank you very much. Check out his wonderful channel. Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Arnold Hunter, thank you. Dave Gardner was here. Thank you. Robbie Wartburg. W. Vogs. RJL Network, our good friend Rob, another wonderful content creator. A good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, another wonderful content creator. Jason Cull was here. Glenn Perot. Kevin Hayes. Another lively chat. Jim L., hope all is well. Thank you very much for stopping by, my friend. I don't think I don't know how much farther they'll let me go up. Losing my voice. There's Dave Gardner going for his thousandth goal in roller hockey. Or is it ice hockey? I think it's the roller hockey. Maybe it is the ice hockey. And that is it, folks. It's not. Oh, Sox Arizona. Check out that fine young man's channel. And Larry Harris was here. And usually I like to say hello on the way in and try to say goodbye on the way out and thank everyone. Clinton Parks, the Admiral. Phil was here. Cook or Koch. I don't know which way he pronounces it. Thank you. Jakey Cruz was here. Thank you. Phantomatic was here. Cutter Historical was here. Thank you. And Phantomatic, the Cubs, the Bears, the Great White Shark was here. Phantomatic, thank you. Hockey Fan 76, thank you. And that is that. Absolutely. It's horrible what's going on. Horrible. It can be stopped. Can be stopped. But don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have an organization that's just sitting there doing nothing. And the more you let the bully you, the worse it's going to be. So, whatever. Anyway. Pray for Ukraine. Pray for peace. Pray for that hideousness to stop. And pray for the bully to be gone. We'll leave it at that. Health and happiness. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Greatly appreciate your time. God bless. Until next time, I love you all. You know it's coming, folks. Peace. See you again soon. Bye-bye.